What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 12 of the PitCrew Podcast, where we bring the excitement of live music to your ears.
In this episode, we're going to talk about the Liftoff Tour, Dombresky, first concert of the year.
Here in Seattle.
Yep.
Before we start, check out our social medias, like and subscribe.
Let's get into it. So, the concert we're talking about today, we went to see the Liftoff Tour from Dombresky, and the tour started on January 13th in Salt Lake City, and his tour is going to end June 22nd or 23rd, because I don't know what day it's on, but at Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge.
Here
in Washington.
He's coming all the way back around the circle.
Exactly. When we went and saw him, it was January 14th, and that was a Sunday.
That day, me and my brother, we decided to ride the link to pull up, and Erik ended up meeting us there, and he picked us up. And once we got to the venue, we had met up with a couple of homies and got ready.
Pre-gamed a little bit. We're just hanging out. And then we went inside and got our wristbands.
Exactly.
And we were watching the opener for a couple songs. And then we walked back outside and we went into the pub next door. Honestly, it was a dope little vibe. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but you guys should check it out. It's literally connected to the Showbox where we went. So it's literally right next door. It was super convenient to just like
go grab a drink.
Exactly, go chill out beforehand
for a cheaper price than we would at
the concert venue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they had really good music.
Yeah. It was honestly a dope little vibe in there. We're definitely gonna have to go back tomorrow. When we go see Mel P. But after that, we went inside, or we got in line, and when we were in line, I heard Dombresky playing his first song, Lift Off, which is like brand new, and it's like obviously the name of the tour. So that's how I recognized, like, bro, he's coming out. We gotta go. We gotta get inside. And then we finally got inside, and he was just cooking that shit. What I thought was really dope is, and I didn't realize it at the time, but he was playing a bunch of unreleased songs that he had made, for the majority of the beginning of the show.
I thought it was just a bunch of songs that I didn't know, but it just ended up being that it was unreleased tracks from him.
Yeah, so I thought it was really cool. When we first walked in, we went around, and then we got up, and we were like right in front, standing on the rail for a little bit, because we had to get in there and check him out. And then after we watched him for like one or two songs, we went back out to the bar up above.
Got a couple of drinks.
And we were watching him from up there.
We were there for like 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
We had a couple of drinks. And then we came back down. And we were able to finagle our way into the center.
Yeah, after like one song of standing on the side, we just like slipped our way in, said excuse me, and then we ended up in the middle. Yeah, because
we were in the very front, and then I honestly don't really like being right at the front, so then we backed up a bit, and it's just like the perfect spot because you're in the middle of everybody, and everybody's having a great time.
I think pulling up around to the side of the stage is definitely the move to get closer, but I don't like standing like on the side of the stage. You know what I mean? So you got to get up there. I want
to be dead on to it.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend whenever you're pulling up. Or at least
at an angle, not completely on.
Yeah, just on the side. When you're pulling up to the concert, the best way to get to the front of the stage or close to the artist is just go around the very outside. And then just like we did, we just said, excuse me, slipped into the middle because everybody was dancing. Nobody was pushing anybody.
Exactly.
So everybody was just like, okay.
If you're just on good vibes and you're dancing through it, you always get through. That's my way of getting through all the crowds. It's you just dance and have a good time with everybody, and everybody will let you through.
As long as you're polite, then exactly. Nobody's going to be upset. Everyone's just going to let you pass. Once we finally got in the center, that's when he really started like playing all his bangers, which was great.
He was dropping them back to back. Honestly, from there, he was just waiting for us to get to our position. So
that's really what it felt like.
So we could just dance and boogie our asses off.
We were up in the middle. He dropped like a couple songs I didn't know, but he was still cooking. And then once he started dropping the songs that he had made, he started with Soul Sacrifice. And that one is a banger. He was honestly really cooking that shit because every time I remember a couple times you were like, bro, he's playing this song, but like, and the other times I was like listening. He just like you hear like the little like sound from the specific song. It's super subtle.
I'm just good at that, catching it.
You got the good ear, but I'm just saying like that's the dopest part when you recognize it, and it's just like the most faintest sound. Yeah, that was a banger. After that, it never slowed down. He was just cooking that shit.
He was just going back to back because after that one, he did El Beso. And
my goodness.
If you know Dombresky, you know that one. That's a classic.
That's probably my favorite song of his.
Exactly.
It's just a banger.
Since the beginning, since we first found out of Dombresky, that was one of the main songs that we knew were banging. So,
exactly.
Just to hear that one live again, it was amazing.
Yeah, at the Showbox of all places. It just
here in Seattle.
Yeah, it was
from the desert to Seattle.
It was great to see him just come all that. Yeah. after that, he did his own little remix of "Murder on the Dance Floor," and that one was going in. He went in on that one. What I really appreciated is how much he was just like mixing it with all the decks and all the different songs, and yeah, he really went in on that one because I was getting down for sure.
If you think you're going away,
it's murder on the dance floor.
If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way, boy, just come on. Hear me when I say, hey, it's
that one goes crazy.
Yeah, and he was cooking that shit. Because after that, he did "Do You Remember," which just like, for me, just instantly brings me back to the desert.
Exactly.
I'm under the Sahara.
Teleported me back at the very least.
Yeah.
I was there. That was the song that really brought me back, and
it's the funniest thing because the song is "Do You Remember?" and then it's like that, I'm flashing back.
I was like, I do remember. I do.
That's exactly how I felt. That's a great song. And then after that, he did "Down Low," which I just said that the El Beso was my favorite song, but this one is like
that's
right
such a
up
good
there.
Feel good moment.
Yeah, it reminds me of just like the summertime, like definitely of Coachella, but just like the breeze blowing out the sun.
It's just a good vibe song.
Yeah, when he did that song, he had it was like John Travolta dancing from Pulp Fiction, which was really cool because I have a tattoo of John Travolta on my arm, and the homie Carlos was like, wait.
We were all just chilling, and then I thought of it, and then the homie Carlos just pulls up and he's like, don't you got this tatted on your arm? And then we're like,
yeah, that was hella funny.
That shit's crazy. It was lit because then he was hitting
the twist.
Oh yeah,
whatever the fuck that is. That was great. He honestly had a hella good visuals throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it was really good visuals. The soul sacrifice visuals of the fingers.
Yeah,
brought me back to Coachella definitely.
And also during Down Low, he had the like Disco Never Dies.
Disco
on the
Never
screen.
Dies.
Yeah, that brought me right back to Coachella.
Dombresky classic.
That's like his whole thing. Is
exactly.
Like
Disco Never Dies.
Exactly. That was really dope. And then the last song that he did was Simply Hits.
Which it just speaks for itself.
Hey, this just simply hits. And we were just talking about it before we started. I remember you sending me that song before we went to Coachella last year. Like, bro, you gotta check. Like, bro, this song is amazing.
You gotta check this guy out. Like, we gotta go watch this guy. I'm telling you, I always hit the deep dive, as you guys know, on the people that we're gonna go watch, and I found this guy and.
The rest is history.
Exactly. I never look back is what I'm trying to say.
I just distinctly remember you sending me this song out of all his songs. Like, this was the one that you were like, bro, you got to check this guy out before we go. So that was really dope.
He said, bro, this one hits.
It simply hits. Like, I don't know what else to say. The title speaks for itself.
That was amazing. Just kind of a full circle moment.
It definitely was. And after that, he walked off the stage, and everybody was like,
no.
One more song. One more song. Everybody was chanting, and then he came back out after like 2 minutes. He ran back out on the stage, and he did Soul Sacrifice again.
One more time, he said, bum 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 bum.
That was amazing. I appreciate anybody coming out for an encore. That was hella dope. Shout out to him for coming out again.
Exactly.
And because he didn't really know what to play, and he was like sitting on the deck. But that was
the great. Perfect one.
That was the one for sure.
Because he got us all hyped backed up, and he just dropped it and left. But what else would he ask for? It was an amazing way to close the show. I couldn't have asked any more. We were there with the boys.
All the boys. That shit was lit.
It was nice to be there with not just you, even though it's always nice to just be there with you.
No, I definitely understand what you're saying. I'd rather pull up with like
a group with
the homies. Exactly. I'd rather be rolling deep than just with. Not that I don't like going with you, but like, you know, I want to put the homies on.
I mean, it's just like we always go together.
Exactly.
And it's always nice to just have a bigger group.
What were your expectations going into the concert?
I mean, since it was Dombresky, I knew that we had seen him at Coachella, so it was I was excited, but I didn't know what to expect since he was going to be at the Showbox. You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean, because this was my first time ever seeing a DJ like concert, not at a club. Like, obviously I've been to the club, but like we went and saw Wookie, we went and saw Cascade. Like I pulled up to see DJs at the club, but to put at the Showbox, I was definitely like, what?
At a concert venue.
Yeah, I was like,
we've only seen Kenny Beats, and that was only an opener, which makes sense. But for him to headline the show, it's a different thing.
Yeah, it definitely was his own thing, and I didn't really know what to expect, but that shit was lit the whole time.
Exactly.
Honestly, everybody was dancing, having a good time.
Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah, it was vibes. Everybody was dancing, and everybody was polite. They let us just slide through wherever we wanted to be. Nobody was pressed. It was all good vibes for sure.
So, what'd you think of your first DJs?
It makes me want to go to more of them. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to go to Malpi.
How does that hold compared to like a rap concert? Because I know that you're like a big fan of rap. So it's like
the feeling from like dancing is definitely different from the feeling you get from like moshing, but it's not like bad. It's more like when I'm dancing. Like at this concert, I can just like close my eyes and it's gonna take me back to another place. But like when you're moshing, you got to be on your toes, obviously. You know what? So it's like
on 10 toes.
You're just like way more lit when you're moshing. It's like when you're dancing, it's just like you're just kind of, I can be in my own world type shit when I'm dancing. So
I see what you mean.
It's definitely new to me because like you just said, I exclusively listened to rap for like a long time, so all this like dance music is like new.
Since the first time that we went to Coachella, it's like was the first time that it really just like boom in your head.
Yeah, like
that it's like there's so much more out there.
Exactly. Yeah, because I had always like I was telling you before, like I appreciate and I can listen to all different kinds of music, and but I wouldn't listen to it on like my playlist and stuff. But then once I started going to Coachella, it was like there's so much more to music than just rap, and so yeah, it was really dope. And this concert just like perfectly embodied that I can have a good time like dancing the whole time, and I don't have to be like in the pit or
moshing around.
Exactly. We're just vibing.
Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it.
Exactly. We were just chilling, and it just makes me excited and makes me want to go to more like DJ concerts.
Yeah, that's why we're about to go to Mal P.
Boy, this shit's about to be lit.
But yeah, honestly, the vibe was crazy. The atmosphere. I was never given any negative feel. Like no one was ever like, bro, like what the fuck are you doing?
Nobody.
Or like what's going on type shit. Like it was just like, yo, what's up? Like
we were all chilling.
Get jiggy with it type shit. Like
everybody was dancing.
Excuse me, like your shit looks nice type shit.
Bro, it was nothing but good vibes in there.
Exactly.
It was nothing but good vibes.
That's one of my favorite parts about seeing DJs and kind of like house music, because the people that listen to that are just on a different mindset. It's just like a different vibe. It's just so much more welcoming.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to get at. It's like moshing. You're just like
motherfuckers.
It's motherfuckers. You're aggressive. You're pushing everybody. You're just up. Like you're lit. But that's what I'm saying. When you're dancing, you're at a DJ. Everyone's on good vibes. You're chilling. You're dancing. Like you want to be where you want to be. Just say excuse me. Like
exactly.
It's all good. It's all good. My expectations were just like blown out of the water. Like I knew he was gonna be good because we saw him at Coachella, but like I don't know. It was just a really good night. Going to the pub right next door, like going into the venue and then coming out and then going back in.
Exactly.
It was just
a good night in Seattle.
Yeah, it was just honestly a good Sunday night. Like that was crazy. I remember getting off work and like rushing to get ready and pulling up on you guys and just picking you up on the corner.
Exactly.
And then made it to the venue, linked with all the homies and got inside and like
bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It was a great night.
It was a great night.
What more could we ask for from a Sunday night?
Nothing. I was well satisfied with my money spent.
$30.
Exactly. $30 for the ticket plus fees or whatever the fuck, but $30, you can't beat it.
Exactly. That just ties into our first category of our ratings, the venue, which was it a right choice for the tour? Was it a good choice for the fans? And how good was the price for the person? Mm-hmm. And honestly, it was pretty good. I think Dombresky, he did his thing for choosing the right venue. I don't think he could have chose a different venue that it would have been a better spot.
That's what I was thinking, because I was really thinking about all the venues in Seattle, and I can't think of a place that's like bigger that he could fill.
Exactly.
Because
that would have had the same atmosphere that it would have had at the Showbox.
Exactly. And the homies were able to buy the tickets the day before, like off the Showbox website. So like if he went to a bigger venue, then he definitely wouldn't have like filled it. So it was real. I feel like it was definitely like the perfect choice, and it was definitely great for the fans because the Showbox is just an open floor, so it's got definitely hella room for dancing, but it's got all the little like bars, like elevated spots on the side. So if you just want to chill or you want to like
watch from the top,
exactly, you can still do that. So, what did you give? What score did you give it?
I gave it a 9 because I feel like it could have been a little better. I don't know. He could have done something. I don't know. Since I saw him at Coachella, the Showbox isn't good enough for me. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, I feel you. I personally gave it a 10 because, like I said, I was sitting there and I was like really racking my brain to try to figure out like what was a bigger venue that he could pull up to, and it was because he wouldn't pull up to like a club. That's not what he's doing for this tour, for the Liftoff tour. He's pulling up to like venues. So the next the venue up is either the Paramount
or the other Showbox. The other Showbox is bigger.
Barely.
And I feel like he could have done that one and sold it out.
He could have done the Paramount, honestly.
Yeah, the Paramount would have been nice.
But I still gave it.
But I don't think the Paramount would have been nice because it would.
It's a little too many seats. That's what I'm saying. It's a little too big. So I personally gave the venue a 10 because, like, I do agree with you that he could have done the other Showbox, but I don't think the other Showbox is that much bigger. Like, it's a couple, maybe like 100 more people.
Or the WAMU, something. I don't know.
But that's what I was thinking. I think the WAMU's too big. Like, the WAMU is huge.
But did you see the other sets that he did at other places? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he was at Coachella.
His fans base here might have not been as
the
big.
fact that Carlos and Greg were able to buy their tickets like the night before straight from the Showbox means that it wasn't sold out. So I factored that in. I feel like obviously he went to Coachella. He was at the Sahara tent or the Sahara stage. So he could have done the WAMU, but for the tour that he's doing, he's trying to do like a little intimate thing. That's why I gave it a 10.
I just felt like it could have been something else that I could be like, if anything, I could be more. Like, if he was going for that intimate vibe, I could be more with him. Like, he felt hella this type shit.
I feel you. But for $30, I mean, you can't really beat the Showbox price for a concert around here. So, yeah.
That's why I gave it a 9. It's not like I'm giving it a bad score.
Exactly. The next category is the stage. And so that's like the stage design, how it's spaced out, does it have lights, does it have special effects, all that sort of thing. And his stage was really super simple with the DJ deck that like the table, it just had legs so you could like see him all the way through besides like the platform. And then he had the huge
huge screen behind him.
It honestly felt bigger than like it was a Young Nudie. I don't know if it was just because we were closer or if they changed it a little bit, but yeah, it felt big for the Showbox. And
I think it was just the amount of people that were in there.
Yeah, but he had really good visuals throughout the whole thing. Like, it was on par with his Coachella visuals. He's just like, I don't know who he's got on special effects, who he's paying to like make the animations, but he's got that boy cooking.
Exactly. I think it was really nice. The only thing is that he could have done more with the production that he had, because the lights, I don't know, the smoke, it was only at the front. Mm-hmm. The floor was so big that he could have put more lights at different spots or something. I guess it was just, it might have been part of the venue, but I feel like he could have done more. Because I've seen other sets by him and they're crazy.
I agree. I think that was kind of where I would deduct points, is because I would have liked like some more like lasers or some more like light effects. And he did have the fog like blowing down, but just for the people that are in the front row. On the very row. But I also kind of agree that's with the limitations of the venue, but I ended up giving it a 9 because I thought what was really missing was the like more lasers, more lights, because the visuals on the screen was really good. And like, I like the fog coming down, but also at the same time, every time I'm at the club and the fog is coming down, I'm just like trying to like hide and cover my drink, so it's like a little annoying. So I don't really care about the fog as much as I thought that I did. the lights is more important to me. So
I mean, yeah, it was the lights, the fog, just having the one screen. I don't know. Like I'm saying, he was a Coachella artist. I expected a little bit more from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him an 8 because he's got it. He can do it.
He's really him. He was cooking that shit.
I
He can really do that.
I saw the homie when we were at the bar. He's in the back cooking it up on the deck. So he can fix something with the lights. Like,
yeah,
there's lights. There was lights in the bags that weren't on. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that homie on the fucking light deck was lacking. I'm saying because the fog wasn't like coming when it was supposed to be coming all the time, but that's not on him. That's on the motherfucker running the board.
Exactly. And then our next category was how was everybody interacting with the music, but we shortened it to how was the crowd. And this category is we rate the dancing of the crowd, the singing, how were they moshing, paying attention, were they respectful to everybody around, like how was everybody doing in the crowd. And I would say everybody was nice. Like we were talking about earlier, the vibes were so good. It was so welcoming. Like we said, we were able to squeeze into the middle with no like
no interference.
Problems, no interference. Exactly.
Nobody was pressed at all.
When any other concert that we've been to, people are like, ugh.
Oh,
like,
you're gonna stop right here?
Exactly.
Like, yes, bitch. Like the one thing that I like felt, I don't know if it's just because we were like more lit than other people, but like everybody was dancing, but like we were really getting jiggy with it. If you like, you know what I mean? Like we were really like, I don't know if it's because we just have the experience with him and we know all the songs, but like everyone was definitely everybody was good, everybody was chill, but like they were chill. You know what I mean? We were really dancing, and everybody was having a good time.
It's because everybody still got their cool card, and they aren't.
People in Seattle definitely hold on to their cool card for sure.
And I don't give a fuck. I'm just having a great time. So
hey, it didn't affect.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't affect my score that much, but like that was the one thing that I noticed. Like, yeah, we were definitely dancing more than other people. So it's like,
yeah, there were exactly. That was the one thing for me that just deducted a little bit was that not that many people knew what was going on or like the main songs or what's up. So I gave it a 9.5. If not, it would have gotten a 10.
I gave it a 9 because we all knew the songs, even Carlos, because he went to Coachella last year on the other weekend. And so he saw Dombresky and he knew what was good. But even Greg and Marcelo, who didn't see him, like everybody was turning up on the songs that they were supposed to turn up on. And I mean, I think it was just because he was playing so many unreleased songs at the beginning. Like, I don't know, they didn't really know. Nobody really knew. That's what I appreciated about it. But like, I don't know, the average person who's just like looking for the songs that is by him, and then he plays a bunch of unreleased songs. They're like, like I don't really know.
I see what you mean.
But I gave it a 9. Like I said, everybody was definitely super polite, way more polite than like rap concerts. But it's just because people aren't like on that. They're not on that like
10 toes down.
They're not on that type of time. Like everybody's just chilling, and it's kind of the same vibes as Coachella. Because like wherever you want to pull up, you just say excuse me, like you're gonna get through. So just that everybody's on good vibes.
And that's the thing that I love.
The next category is how good was the artist's performance. And so that's like how good was he interacting with the crowd? What was the vibe he had going? His sound, or their sound, sorry. The song choice, was it a live band or was it a DJ? Obviously, Dombresky is a DJ, but I can say he was just on the CDJs, he was cooking that shit. He was taking advantage of all four decks. Yes. The whole time. What I really appreciated is that obviously he's playing a bunch of unreleased songs. And when I was at the concert, I didn't realize that also because we were the second show. So he didn't really like put that out there. But then after he did the show at Seattle, he posted like some videos of it and a recap, and he was like, the whole point of this tour was that
it's unreleased, is for me to see what unreleased tracks.
And that was just crazy. And like obviously, like we were just talking about with the crowd, and some people like are a little unsure, but that's all. I just put that to the people who live in Seattle and who are pulling up, because I thought that that's what I love about DJs, is that they're playing the songs that you don't know. They especially try to put you on when
with
you
the deep cuts.
When you go to a rap concert, like you pretty much know what songs they're gonna play, even if they're gonna play an unreleased song. Like they've most likely previewed.
Are just gonna play the most banging songs that they have.
It's like a snippet that they've been.
DJs will play
the most deepest cuts.
Song is that you don't even know, and they'll have you dancing to that shit because it's a good song, and that's one of the best parts about DJs, that you just go and you're having a great time to shit that you don't even know what it is.
Exactly. And so that's why for his performance, I gave it a 10, because he was really just like mixing the songs in at the perfect time. It was super, super smooth transitions. You couldn't tell where one song ended and the other one started. And that's the key to just like keeping the vibe going the whole time. He even brought out like, I think they're called Jaded. It was 2 DJs that he just like dropped a little EP with, that he's been bringing on tour with them. And so he brought the homies out and they were all turning up. He had the crowd going. He was dancing. He was definitely having everybody going and moving. Like, even though, like I said, everybody was kind of chilling, for me, he did everything right.
Exactly. He was doing his thing. It was a great moment for him because he was just in his element and just really getting down on what he does. And it was dope to finally see something like that here at Seattle, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've only seen stuff like that at Coachella, and now that I'm 21, like, I'm able to go to clubs and stuff, and to finally see that stuff here in Seattle is dope. And he did his thing, playing all those unreleased IDs and having everybody just having a great time. No one's standing. Everybody's just getting down. Disco never dies. You know what I mean?
Disco never dies.
We're just having a great time.
Exactly.
And that's why I also gave it a 10, because he was just in his element. He just did his thing, and I couldn't have asked anything more from him.
I liked that we were so much more closer to him this time than we were at Coachella, so I could like really like watch him and appreciate like his stage presence. And just like you're saying, he's definitely got a presence on stage. He's dancing, he's moving with the crowd. He came back out for the encore.
Exactly, everything, it just all ties in to what he is.
He even came on the mic. He was all like, "What's up, Seattle?"
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Seattle, what's up?
Yeah, like I couldn't have asked for anything more from
French
him.
accent.
Yeah, exactly. He put on a great performance at the Showbox. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Last but not least, our category is the theme, and this one is the attention to detail, the merch, the rollout of the tour, the visuals, the artwork, the complimenting artists, which are the openers, and like the bigger picture. What
was their
really,
vision?
What really was the whole point of the tour? Did it even have a vision?
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this tour was it was all right. Like he was going for something, and I guess the beginning of the year, I guess it's the liftoff. We're trying to get it started. I don't know. He dropped the one song named Liftoff. It's all right. Like I don't know what else. He didn't really have any like artwork. His merch is just like his usual.
His merch was all right.
His usual Disco Never Dies. You know.
Yeah.
It's just his like image. It's not like there was a real theme of the tour. You know what I mean?
I definitely know exactly what you're saying. It was super on theme with Dombresky and just like him overall. But I think that the tour or like the shows that he was doing on the tour before this, when he was on his Disco tour,
I think that had more of a theme.
That was a way better theme.
That's a theme.
So compared to that, like what he was doing for the Liftoff tour, that's
just like his brand. Like it's just him being a DJ coming around, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave it a 6, and it was just a little bland of a tour.
Yeah. I also gave it a 6. I feel like he had good visuals, but just like you're saying, it was just matched with him. His merch, he only had like 3 pieces of merch. I bought a piece. I don't know where it's at. It's in the laundry or something.
No, it got lost in the sauce.
It's somewhere, but he definitely has the potential to do way more. I've seen him do way more with the Disco Dom tour, and so that's why I also gave it a 6, because I think that he's got more in him. He's got more of a bigger picture in him. I like the idea of him, like just like you said, starting off the year. Like the first song he does is Lift
know if that was the point of the tour. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's also kind of just like him playing all the unreleased IDs
all the way to June.
That's what's crazy is that we went on his website and scrolling from January to June, he's got shows, and his second show was here in Washington. He's gonna end in Washington. It makes me almost want to pull up to that festival at the Gorge. We might have to see.
You might see us at Beyond Wonderland for the very first time ever.
You never know. But my overall rating for this tour, each one of us gets a score out of 50. So if you've been keeping track, my score is a 44.
And mine was a 42.5.
So that means overall this show or this tour got a 86.5, which falls into a must go. And I honestly completely agree.
Yeah.
Because I think the good part about DJs, and not a lot of people, but what I appreciate about house music is that it just makes you want to dance.
Exactly.
And anybody can dance, anybody can move side to side, and house music is like the EDM that's designed for you to just groove and dance.
Exactly. It's not I'm telling you, you just go and listen to the music, you'll start moving to the beat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think Must Go is a perfect rating, because obviously not everybody likes going out to like a club type venue or like whatever. So it's definitely not everybody should go, but he was on the Sahara stage at Coachella, so he's got that presence. And like I said, if you like any sort of electronic music, and even if you just like to dance, like
you just like music,
it's
a must go.
It's definitely a must go.
That's why I'm thinking about going to Beyond Wonderland, because
to go see him a third time.
Yes, exactly, because this was such a good show that I want to see that and experience that again, because it was such a good show. And that's why it falls into a must go. And you guys, we're just letting you know. You don't have to believe us. You just have to go and experience it for yourself.
Hey, exactly. I couldn't have said it any better. It's a must go.
It's a PitCrew Podcast established must go.
I feel like every time that we score a concert, I feel like our scale it just solidifies our scale even more.
We're just like that.
So, hey, Dombresky
must go.
But
stamp of approval.
All right. So for the concerts coming up, we finally got some concerts that we're looking forward to. It was really slow in December and January, but the first concert in February we're going to go to is Mau P on February 3rd, which is actually today because it's 12:30 a.m. Yeah. But we're about to pull up to Mau P tonight. So that'll most likely be our next episode, and I'm super excited to go see him. He's got a bunch of banging songs. He's a great DJ. House DJ again.
It's about to be lit.
Yeah. The next concert is Lil Skies on February 4th. And I have seen him before. I saw him open up.
Really?
Yeah, I saw him open up for Lil Pump at the WAMU. At the WAMU. It's Lil Skies on Lil Pump at the WAMU. Can you imagine?
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang,
Dead ass.
Gucci gang.
Dead ass. But I think he's going to be at one of the Showboxes this time.
You're so funny.
Hey, that was like 2018 or some shit like that. I wouldn't.
You're just the regular white guy.
I am. That's me.
In 2018.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It was just speaking to me.
Yeah, but after that is Madonna. Yes, the Madonna here in Seattle, February 7th and the 18th. So if you can't go one day, you can catch her the next day.
Yeah, back-to-back days at the Climate Pledge. She's gonna put on a show.
Madonna.
You don't know how many more tours she's gonna go on. We might have to pull up, bro. We're gonna have to get like a nosebleed seat and just like we might have to pull up for sure. There's 2 days.
How does the song go?
He said, "Money on top of me, money on top of me."
Oh, that's a banger. Imagine she brings out Playboy Cardi. Oh my God. But it's
that's the worst example of a Madonna song.
For the the Virgin song. He said, "I was touched for the very first time." You know what I'm talking about?
I honestly don't.
Touched for the very first time. Madonna, baby.
Hey, I hope we pull up because that would be a great episode.
Honestly. But after that is Mark Anthony, another legend, on February 23rd. And I'm going to go to that with my family. I don't know. You know who Mark Anthony is?
I honestly don't.
That's J-Lo's ex-husband.
Oh.
That's crazy. That boy be cooking it up. I'm telling you, he goes in.
Then after that, on March 9th, is going to be Bad Bunny at the Climate Pledge. And
Benito!
Hey, we already got our tickets. We're already going to be there. So definitely expect an episode about that coming up. We saw him at Coachella. I mean, exactly. It's Bad Bunny. What more do I have to say? Like, he's going to put on a great show for his new album. I got to do some more diving into his new album.
And he's already going to drop a new album.
That boy is cooking. I'm telling you, that show is going to go crazy. I don't even speak Spanish. That show is going to go crazy.
He said, "I already signed up. I'm there.
I got my ticket. I'm there. I got my seat. I'm right there."
I'm telling you, I went last time to see Bad Bunny. It was something else.
I can't lie. His tickets are taxed, so that's something to expect. But it's worth the show.
It's gonna be way better than Drake, and you're spending less money.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime experience. You don't know how many more times he's gonna come to Seattle. Exactly. Of all places. Of
all places, because the last tour that he did, he didn't even come here.
Exactly.
He was only doing stadiums, and we have a stadium. But
Finally.
he was like, no, Seattle doesn't have a stadium.
Hey, we made the cut this time.
We made the cut for the Most Wanted tour, and I appreciate it because we saw the other tour at Coachella. So
yeah, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do this time. The last concert that we're gonna mention is Nicki Minaj on March 10th, and don't know that we're gonna go because we're going to Bad Bunny the day before.
The day before,
but I mean, that's a legendary act for sure. I couldn't tell you the last time that she came on tour to Seattle.
She said, "Get that money, get that money, get the hang." Or she said, "Everybody."
She said, "Boom, boom, 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 boom." That super bass.
Got that super bass.
But
that's
yeah,
just hella funny.
hey, I mean, you don't got to say much about Nicki Minaj. It kind of speaks for itself.
Yes, it's just Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, so
all the barbs are gonna be
at the Climate Pledge, so that'll definitely be a good show to see. But that's all we got to talk about today. So if you made it this far,
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. This time, if you want $5 from the PitCrew Podcast, I want you to comment the last song that Dombresky performed for his encore, the song that he came out after he already left the stage. Which song did he come out and play again? If you can name that and then put your Cash App tag, you'll get $5 from the PitCrew Podcast. Put it towards your next concert. It's only been one winner that's got it twice. Shout out to Nair.
She's cashed it in, honestly.
That's $10 from us.
You guys are sloughing.
You're missing out.
You guys are getting come. Yeah.
Whoa, what? What?
You guys are getting cummed up on. You guys are getting cummed up on by Nair.
Hey, if you want $5, it's that simple. All you gotta do is comment.
Be the first person.
Encore. The first person. Only the first person gets the $5.
Yeah.
But if you made it this far, the first concert
we appreciate you.
of 2024, we appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking with us.
It's only gonna get better from here, as you guys know. If you guys been watching, you see the progress.
Just like we said, we're gonna go to Maupe later today, after I get off work. We're pulling up, so next week we're about to record another episode. We're trying to get more consistent, but the concerts have been slowing down. Now it's picking up again. Now we got more shows to go to, so expect more content from us. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Spotify.
Anywhere. Just look us up.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere now. That's what I should just say. Check us out everywhere.
Let us know what you think about the new logo.
Oh, have you noticed? Have you even noticed the new logo? Please let us know what you think. Any feedback about the episodes or
anything, let us know.
Yeah,
we're just trying to make this better for you guys and just trying to get better as it goes.
If you've been watching, we sort of ordered a little different. So like I said, any little feedback that you can give us about how to make it go a little smoother, a little more enjoyable, let us know. Please like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about it in the comments.
Come on. Thank you.
Thank you. Peace.